Hello, Good Tree. This is Paul, and I have some answers for some of the questions you might have regarding the creation according to the Bible. So today we're going to cover chapter 13, and the question of the day is, why don't we find human and dinosaur fossils together? So the idea that dinosaurs lived together with humans is a fascinating idea to think about. But old Earth proponents are against this idea because they believe that dinosaurs lived long years before the first humans ever existed. They argue that if people and dinosaurs really lived in the same era, then there would be fossils of both dinosaurs and humans in the same Earth layers. So what do we find in the fossil records? So among all the fossil records, a vast majority of them are shallow marine organisms, then plants, then invertebrates, then insects. We barely have any fossil records of mammals or land vertebrates. This makes sense because the flood was a marine catastrophe, and vertebrates are actually a very small minority among all the life forms on this earth. So is it possible that some people were fossilized, or were they just all obliterated? So the book says it's possible for us to find fossilized humans from the flood, just like any creatures that were present in the flood, and perhaps they are in the same layer as the dinosaurs. But we do not yet know for sure because we have found no fossilized humans from the flood age. It's also highly unlikely for humans to be fossilized because humans are mobile beings. People, when they realized that the water level was rising, would have run to higher grounds or tried to get into boats. This would not result in fossilization, but the bodies would rather get decomposed or just get eaten. Another possible answer to why fossil remains of the flood era are not found could be that the population was too small during that period, making it hard to find one. So throughout history, people usually were densely packed in a certain area, especially around the coastline, because it was a better environment to live in. So the people before the flood and during the flood may have also lived together instead of being spread out all throughout the earth. So considering that the population might have been small, it would be hard to find fossil records of these people until we become lucky and we find them. So the book presents another perspective on this matter, and it's the question of, would you want to live with dinosaurs? So people believe that if there are no human bones found near dinosaur bones, then they didn't live at the same time. However, it is possible for two creatures to exist in the same time period and not have their bones close to each other. So people nowadays, they bury their dead in the cemetery together with other people. Therefore, our bones would not be in the same place or near lions in the wild and sharks in the sea. This does not mean that we are not living the same time period as lions and sharks. We definitely are living in the same time period as these creatures. It's just that we do not live close to them and therefore bury close to them. So just because things aren't buried together, it's no indications that things didn't live in the same time period. Ultimately, there are many reasons why human fossils are not found in the same layer as dinosaurs. But even if we do not find one, it's not really a big problem, because we will continue to believe in the most trustworthy source of information about history, which is the Bible.